Are you afraid to charge what you want? Because a lot of people are telling you this is too much. And I think I shared the story before when I became a business coach, and I shared this one of my friends at the time who was a housewife, how much money I'm making. She said, this is too much, you can't charge that. And immediately I felt bad. I felt like I'm doing something wrong, right? But remember, there is an industry average, right? And there is also what you are worth. If it took me years to become good at certain skill that I can teach you in half an hour or maybe in a couple weeks, instead of you taking 6 months to figure out yourself, you can charge whatever you want. So when people tell you that you are too expensive, when people tell you that you can't charge that much, right? Okay, look at them. Would you trade places with them? I would never take an advice from somebody that I wouldn't trade places with. Okay, and if I don't want to be them, and if I don't want to be doing their job, I will listen to it, but it's kind of gonna go through 1 year and it's gonna go out through the other one. Like we have the saying in Eastern Europe, it comes through 1 year and then it goes out through the other one. Another reason why I see people not charging maybe what they deserve, especially in the spiritual community, there is this kind of like, yeah, but I can't. I'm sharing, but I'm in a spiritual world, but I'm a yoga teacher, right? I shouldn't charge that much. I want it to be accessible to everybody. And okay, there is two things about it. You are right when you want to make it more accessible to everybody, okay? And I think everybody should have access to everything. We can have a long discussion about that. But I'm gonna tell you something. When you give something to somebody for free, people don't appreciate that. And every time I did a favor to somebody who maybe couldn't afford my services and I helped them with a strategy or something like that, do you know what? They never followed up on that, right? Okay, but when people spend money, they pay attention to you. So that's another thing. Maybe, yes, you want it to be accessible and maybe you need to go out and do that for a while, but my wild guess what might happen to you, you're gonna give a lot of yourself to other people for free, but what's gonna happen, you will be so stressed when people don't implement your advice, your strategies, and you will feel pissed off, you will feel burnt out. Why do they do that? And high-end clients, high-paying clients, they don't question you, they just go and do what you tell them, because they understand it took you a while to get to that position. It took you a while to become a professional who can charge that amount of money. So they're not going to question you. And people who make a lot of money, people who run really good businesses, they never haggle on price. It's always like broke people who can't afford. They try to haggle you down on your price. They tell you 10 reasons why it's not going to work for them, and all the other problems that come with that. So there is just a different mindset that a high-end paying client has and the person who is on a lower scale. And okay, maybe when you're starting, you are kind of thinking, but I am in that position. But you know what? When I was starting as a business coach, I actually went in and I charged my full hourly rate. I wasn't wavering because it took me a few years of running a business to become a business coach. I knew my value. And one of my professors at college told me, and I will never forget that, he said, Joana, the biggest mistake that many business professionals who are just starting out make, they undercharge people. They believe that they need to prove themselves, that they are not good enough yet, but that is not true. If you are brilliant at what you do, if you know that you can solve problems, go and charge your full rate. So don't listen to those people who tell you that they can't. And remember, when it comes to money, when it comes to charging, it's about how you position yourself. Are you a person who is telling, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z for you? Or are you a person who is telling, this is how your life is going to be different once you work with me? Because remember, people buy solutions. They're not interested in steps. They will do the steps because they are convinced that they're gonna get results by working with you. But it is the actual final outcome that sells. So if you keep hearing from other people that you are too expensive, maybe you need to work on your positioning. Maybe you need to work on selling the outcome and solutions rather than telling the steps what they need to do. And again, if we take a few steps back, like I was starting in the beginning, it all starts with you. Okay, do you believe, that you can charge what you want? And if you're not in that position yet, maybe that's your job to get good. Maybe that's your job to convince yourself that you are. Because sometimes that's all you need to do. And surround yourself with people who are making as much money as you want, who are charging that, okay? Because that's exactly when your life will shift compared to constantly having to hang out with people who can't afford you, who tell you everything is too expensive. So if you do want to start charging high prices, you need to change your mindset first, but also people that you surround and maybe people that you target. Well, that's it from me. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you struggle when it comes to pricing, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.